Well, guess how much sleep I've gotten? None. I need help stopping the abuse and finding a safe place. I need a guardian. I need to be allowed to defend myself. I need to be allowed to face my accusers. Now, Boulder, Colorado was the one place my entire life I was ever allowed to be me. Everywhere else, people don't just judge, they pass judgment and do harmful things to me if I don't do what they want. They treat me like I'm their property. Now Boulder's on fire. They deserve it. I hope everybody survives. But this has been a long time coming. Boulder is full of evil people. They destroyed everything good in that town. People are fine with the way that I'm treated. They just think it's wrong if I do it back. It's not wrong for people to harm me because I was never allowed to defend myself against the slander that they hate me for. They hate me because I was denied my constitutional rights. They hate me because slander is more important than God in this fucking country. And my court dates, they want to ask you questions like, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Well, excuse me, you son of a bitch, but your job is to prevent me from telling the truth. These judges did everything that they could to make sure that there was no such thing as a fair trial. They wanted to make the constituents happy, and the constituents wanted me dead. I'm glad their house is burning. These people had no remorse whatsoever for the crimes they committed against me. They have no remorse whatsoever for how they treat the other homeless. There is not a single citizen in Boulder, Colorado who is not aware of the Nazi bullshit. Not even one. You cannot live in Boulder, Colorado without seeing the police abuse the homeless. Unless you're a shut in. And if you're a shut in, you are filthy friggin' rich. So, they got this fire going on. And it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I've always thought the fire was beautiful. I've also always thought that the rain was beautiful. When I got to the ocean, I thought it was beautiful. All of these things are destructive, though. You know, if karma's really at work, well, there'd be a hurricane that goes through Virginia and destroys Chesapeake, Suffolk, and Norfolk. I might start believing in karma if that were to happen. Of course, I might start believing in karma if Chapel, Nebraska flooded too. These things that you pretend like I am an evil person for doing. And even with all of the evidence that shows that I didn't do those things, you're still abusive. I have nowhere safe to go. I have spent 5 years being abused over lies from people in Boulder, Colorado. Right after Natalie died, do you have any idea how many times I was assaulted? But it's fine, isn't it? Now, I'm not asking for anyone to be harmed, which makes me a better person than all of these people. All of them. You may deserve to be hung by your neck until dead, but I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to support it. You chose to be cruel to innocent people. You chose to be cruel to the homeless. You chose to turn a blind eye to the abuse that I've endured, and many of you took part in that abuse. I'm glad. I'm glad that these people have to worry about actually going through the things that they put us through. If everybody's house is burned to the ground in Boulder, Colorado, everybody becomes homeless. You think the Boulder Police Department is going to arrest people for using blankets then? Boulder, Colorado used to be a wonderful place, but it's not anymore. I saved lives in Boulder. These people who pretended that they were my friends could have spoken up. I have to take abuse for the rest of my life because my constitutional rights were denied repeatedly. None of these places that are supposed to investigate the crimes against me are willing to do so, and do you know why? Because the police took part. I don't need your fucking bullshit. I don't need your pretty words. I said long ago, before Natalie was even killed, help me or kill me. If I'm not worth listening to, and you're just going to turn a blind eye to the abuse like you always do, the least you could do is try to get assisted suicide legal. I don't want to make a mess. I don't want somebody's kid finding my, well, brainless skull on the side of the road. I don't want some jogger finding my carcass like they found Natalie's. I don't want somebody to go into my apartment and see the top of my skull all over the ceiling, like what Aaron did to himself. He was a barista at Starbucks in Boulder. Whenever they wanted to kick somebody out, they made Aaron do it because he was big. He was also very docile. He hated it. And when some homeless people decided that they were going to threaten his life when he went to take out the trash, I started going out with them every time they took out the trash so that they would be safe. You blame all of the homeless when one homeless person commits a crime, but all cops commit crimes. You cannot be a cop in America if you're not crooked. Nobody trusts a straight cop, especially not the other cops. There's a lot of people here who didn't like what I had to say. There's even a few people who wanted to complain about the things that I had to say. It's not illegal for me to say those things. We got this thing called the First Amendment, or at least we're supposed to. None of y'all are fighting for the Constitution. You're too busy arguing on Facebook. Now, I wrote, I'm so glad Boulder is burning. I hope every building in town gets demolished. I have no sympathy for Boulder anymore. Y'all proved what pieces you are when Natalie Bollinger was killed. I hope all of you survive. Oh, God, that must be horrible. I said, I hope they survive. All of them. Oh, my God. I must be Satan. Fucking idiots. Anyway, y'all proved what pieces you are when Natalie Bollinger was killed. I hope all of you survive. And I hope everything you own, from your grandparents' pictures to the ashtray your kid made of Play-Doh, are destroyed. But I especially want your Louis Vuitton and Gucci to go up in smoke. Someone named Karen Crosby Lange wrote, Sean Schwartz, how horrible. Most of these people losing everything and had nothing to do with the tragic loss of Natalie. I lost everything too. And they had everything to do with the tragic loss of Natalie. But the fact is, I'm not speaking out about the tragic loss of Natalie. I am speaking out about the homeless and the disabled and how they are treated by the public nationwide. She also types, bitterness will eat you alive and will not bring her back. I'm fucking aware of that. I'm not some fucking nut job who watches an alien conspiracy movie or an alien conspiracy show on the History Channel and thinks that I have some sort of magic powers to bring people back by being sad. I also want to mention that this is edited. It says, bitterness will eat you alive and will not bring her back. Prayers for safety for everyone and their animals that are in harm's way. Well, I'm in harm's way. Looks like she edited it twice. The first time it says, Sean Schwartz, how horrible. Most of these people losing everything had nothing to do with the tragic loss of Natalie. Bitterness will eat you alive. Prayers for your safety, for safety for everyone and their animals that are in harm's way. And then the one before that, or right after it, it says pretty much the same thing. And then Ryan Patrick. Now, mind you, there's a few of the things that they typed that are gone now. Now, over here in the little bell thing that lets you see the notifications, it'll still have a record of it. Usually. This guy named Ryan Patrick wrote, Sean Schwartz, yeah, this definitely ain't it, Chief. What a shitty thing to say. Really? Being honest is shitty? Saying that I want all of their superficial bullshit to disappear is shitty? I'm not asking for these people to be harmed. I'm not asking for them to be burned alive. I'm not asking for their animals to be burned alive. What I'm saying is that all of their superficial crap that they believe makes them better than those with nothing. Well, you don't deserve it. You don't play fair, you don't play nice with others. Anyway, I wrote to Ryan Patrick, it's the truth. Y'all didn't care when these things happened to me. Some of you even took part in the abuse. I'm just saying what y'all are losing is well deserved. There isn't a single person in Boulder who isn't aware of the Nazi tactics used against the homeless. You don't want to see poverty, so you allow poor people to be locked in cages so you don't have to see it. I'm not being mean, I'm being equal. Your whole city is responsible for the deaths of over 300 people I personally knew. By the way, it's closer to 400 now, maybe more. Let's see. Someone named Jay Arena wrote true. Someone named Nicholas Mahoney typed, shut the fuck up, you loser. We'll show that for the whole fucking world. And then he also typed, shut the fuck up. We'll show that one too. Jay Rena typed, yep. This one typed, hi Sean, been a while, which certainly has. And then Nicholas Mahoney, of course, types, Natalie thinks you are a psycho. So what do we do with that? Take evidence. Damn, that was easy. Oh, Nicholas Mahoney typed, fuck you. And I think I got that in the picture, actually. Let me see. No, not quite. So let's try it again. Of course, we'll show that too. Now, what do we do? What do we do with trolls? Well, Hide user on this channel. Oh, Nicholas Mahoney wrote, blow your brains out. Lovely. You know, I just recently started telling people the same thing. Ah, shit. I accidentally deleted Jay Rena's messages. That's the one that wasn't being a troll. Sorry about that, Jay Rena. It was not intentional. And this is the kind of harassment that I get on the internet. Just so you know, it's worse in person. It's worse in real life. Jay Rena, you're seeing these comments, right? Am I schizophrenic? Or are these people actually typing these things? Am I hallucinating it? Or did Nicholas Mahoney write, blow your brains out? Jay Rena typed, yeah, I see him. Obviously, I'm not hallucinating. Obviously, I'm not schizophrenic. Had a conversation with my little sister today. It's on my YouTube, a couple of them actually. I don't have video hallucinations. I don't have audio hallucinations. The things that happen to me actually happen to me. Well, Jarina, I am sorry for doing that to you. That was supposed to be for, well, Mr. Nicholas Mahoney. Now let's see if it hopefully blocked the right person this time. All right. Boulder, Colorado deserves what it's going through. I'm going to tell you a secret, though. Everything will grow back. Everything. In just a few months, there's going to be flowers and grass all over the place. In a few years, you're going to have sprouts that are 4 to 5 inches. In a few decades, it'd be difficult to tell there was ever anything there. Boulder is an evil place. Complacent people are evil people. When your neighbor's being raped and you are complacent, you are allowing it to happen. You are allowing the predator to get away with it. And that, my friends, is evil. I broke a lot of laws you shouldn't have had to. I was also incarcerated for crimes I didn't even commit. I mean, here I am literally committing crimes so that I can admit to those crimes. And I didn't give a shit. They wanted to trump up some bullshit. Jay Arena typed, one day the pigs won't be around to protect the politicians that invoke this chaos on us. The police are the ones that are enforcing it. So, yeah, that's pretty well right. You know, BLM and the BLM members who have been mercilessly and ruthlessly murdering white people, if instead of murdering white people over what the police did, if they actually went after the police instead, I might be able to support them. Might. I hate war, but war is already upon us. It is a war against the poor. And any of you who support this war, well, you deserve whatever comes to you. Just like the Nazis at Nuremberg.